Okay, once again, I want to say you are welcome to today's presentation. Today, I will be taking you through the process of preparing a bankable business plan for the AGSMEIS loan. Preparing a bankable business plan for the AGSMEIS loan. I have been privileged in the past about 10 years now. Yes, in less than 10 years now, I've been privileged to operate in the MSME space. I interact with MSMEs, budding entrepreneurs, and I have come to realize that there are so many factors that is affecting a lot of MSMEs, especially in Nigeria, from growing. And one of those factors is access to finance. And it is always vital for an entrepreneur to know the right source of finance to source for his or her business. It's always good for you to first of all know the stage of your business before you know the right source of finance to opt for. So the CBN AGSMEIS loan is a very good, vital source of finance. Why? Because the interest rate is single digit. And the payback period is long term, up to 7 years, depending on the approval. And also, the moratorium is up to 12 months. Although everyone that have gotten approval that I've noticed so far they are being given 6-month moratorium approval, and this is very, very okay. So I have been privileged to be a trainer. I have trained for the World Bank Appeals Project under aquaculture. I have trained in the Bayelsa State Entrepreneurship training about 1,000 youth in entrepreneurship. I've been also privileged to train in the SEED project. We trained over 600 low-cost schools proprietors. Then I've also been privileged to be a certified business development service provider by SMEIS and Enterprise Development Center, Pan-African University. I also offer advisory service for the Enterprise Development Center, a participant. Of recent, I did advisory for them, the participant in the Development Bank of Nigeria, who were trained by the Enterprise Development Center, EDC Pan-African University. I was one of the BDSP that was called to offer the advisory service. I'm also privileged to be a marker. I mark for application. There's one application that is currently ongoing for is a youth entrepreneurship program by MasterCard Foundation being administered by EDC Pan-African University. I'm also privileged to be a trainer. I'm privileged to be a mentor in the Tony Elumelu Foundation. I've helped a lot of applicants to be able to access the grant. I'm also privileged to be a mentor in the Cherie Blair Foundation. Cherie Blair is the wife of the former British Prime Minister, Tony Blair. So I'm also a mentor in that program. I mentor budding entrepreneur, female entrepreneur in that application. So I would like you to give me your full attention. The essence of this background is to let you understand that I understand your industry. I understand the pain points for budding entrepreneurs. I understand what you need. So I would like you to be as attentive as possible, and I would like you to be as participatory as possible. My pattern of presentation is participatory style. I learn from you, you learn from me, and you also learn from each other. So be very, very vulnerable to open up about your business so that we can see how to help you out in the process of this presentation. Once again, I want to welcome you. All right, so we'll be talking about bankable business plan for the AGSMEIS loan. It is required that after attending the enterprise development training, you should present a bankable business plan. If you don't present a bankable business plan, then you can't access this loan. I have trained a lot of participants who have attended interview, who have gotten approval. I've also seen some who have gotten disbursement. So Romis have done a lot to get the best and the best of facilitators to be able to guide you through this application. I think you deserve to give Romis a round of applause. Virtual applause for Romis. Okay, so hello everyone, can you hear me? Idowu?
Yeah.
Okay, Idowu.
We can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you now.
We can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you.
I can hear you. Yes.
I am also aware that the composition is the applicants in your court. We have those who are into electronics. We have like 3% of the participants. Then animal husbandry comprises of 6%. You know yourself if you're into animal husbandry. Then media, 3%. Automobile services, 3%. Then ICT, we have ICT, those who are into ICT are also part of this training. Then we have those who are into agro-allied processing. They comprise of 34% of the participants of this training. Then we have catering and event management, 3%. Then we then other industry is 31%. Now, I want to ask, is there anybody here who is into trading, buying and selling? Okay, since there is no response, that means you are good to go. Is there any participant here who is into private education? Okay, the silence means none. All right, so those who are into media, ICT, okay, media and ICT, please, in the process of this application, I will give you some recommendation, the step you should take to be able to get approval, because they keep reviewing the policies on a periodic basis. So, but if you are in, those who are into trading, the loan is not for trading, for that industry. Then those who are into education industry is not part of the eligible industry to apply for this loan. Okay.
Matthew.
Okay, so let me get to my next slide. I will call on Ifashola Aderopo. Please, can you read what's on the screen? Is Ifashola there, or you have left your device?
Objectives.
Okay, go ahead.
Understand learning objectives. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Understand the process of applying for the AGSMEIS loan.
Okay.
Mastery of the NIRSAL Microfinance Bank business plan templates.
Okay.
Learn how to calculate the total loan required for the AGSMEIS loan.
Okay. Okay. Then the last one is...
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So at the end of this presentation, we are going to be able to learn how to apply for the AGSMEIS loan. I'm going to put you through how to master the business plan, the NIRSAL Microfinance Bank templates, business plan templates. Then also, I'm also going to teach you how to calculate the total capital required for this loan, then as well as equipping you to be able to prepare a bankable business plan for your loan. Okay, so for past few months, I have been frequently asked, what next after the training? This is post-training activities. What are you supposed to do after this training? It is expected of every participant for this loan to have a registered business. If you don't have a registered business, that means you are not eligible to access this loan. If you don't have a registered business, you are not eligible to access this loan. So I always say that you don't need to be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. The fund is readily available. Okay, the source of this fund is from Bankers Committee. The Bankers Committee to always set aside a percentage, a specific 5% of their retained earnings for the empowerment of MSMEs in Nigeria. So the fund is readily available. There's no deadline. It is what? An ongoing program. So there's no point of being in a haste, but that doesn't mean that you should be nonchalant about it. Because the earlier you also apply, the better. So if you don't have a registered business, you can start the process now. There are some applicants who have applied like 2 months.
Matthew.
Hello?
Matthew.
So there's no, you have not made any mistake to have attended this training if you don't have a registered business. It's even good for you. Okay, because now you know the requirements. All you need to do now after this training, commence your loan application and also commence your CAC registration. Okay, commence your loan application process, which I'm going to put you through. Then also commence your CAC registration. Okay, so if you have gotten a registered business, you cannot just start, apply, and submit. But if you don't have a CAC yet, start your loan application, do all the necessary requirements, but don't click the submit button because you need your RC number. That's your business registration number. It is after you've gotten your business registration number from CAC, that's when you can now input it on your dashboard, then click on submit button. So I want to congratulate you for having made this effort to attend this training. So the first is regularization, which I have mentioned, which is what? Registering your business. Once you have registered your business, the next is for you to apply for TIN. Go to the nearest federal inland revenue to you and apply for tax identification number. That will enable you to be able to open a bankable business plan for your business. So after registering your business, you can either register an enterprise or limited liability company. They are both qualified to apply for this loan. So the next is research. You have to, it is core. Research is key in business plan preparation. If you must prepare a bankable business plan, the first line of action is for you to research, to conduct a research. So if you do get an informed data and information that will guide your loan application. So in doing your research, what does it entail? So you start by what? Understanding the composition of the AGSMEIS loan. For you to understand the composition of the AGSMEIS loan, and what are the composition of the AGSMEIS loan? The loan is structured into two aspects. One is your capital equipment and machines. Then two is what? your working capital. So when you are doing your research, you have to get data and information for capital equipment and machine, then you get for working capital. Now, your capital equipment and machines, these are also known as your what? Fixed assets. This is also known as what? As your fixed assets. Please give me some minutes. I want to sort out something. I'll join you now. All right, thanks for your patience. Then your capital equipment comprises your fixed asset. Your fixed asset. For example, somebody who is into poultry, your capital equipment or machines comprises of what? Your farm, okay? The poultry farm, the battery cages, the drinkers, the feeders, the wheelbarrow, your delivery vehicle. Then for crates, for crates, if you are not giving out your crates that you are using in packing your eggs, if you are not giving it out to customers, selling it to customers alongside with the eggs, then your crates comprises your capital equipment too, your fixed assets. But if you are selling the crate out alongside the eggs, the crate is going to be classified under working capital. Okay, then it is required that you should submit a pro forma invoice. A pro forma invoice, you need to approach a reputable vendor to give you a pro forma invoice, because you don't just quote prices. Like if somebody one of the services I offer is access to finance. If I'm being approached by an entrepreneur that he or she needs fund the capital for his or her business, before I do the application for that person, I will ask that person, how much do you need? The person will say maybe 10 million. Like this AGSMEIS loan, everybody is applying for 10 million, 10 million, 10 million. When you ask them, how do you come about the 10 million? What do you want to use it for? They are lost. Some people will say, okay, I need vehicle. How much is vehicle? How much do you want to use for the vehicle? They will tell you 2 million naira. And you ask them, what is the brand? What is the model? You don't know. So this is the kind of question that you might be asked during the loan interview. So it is expected of you to approach. You can do your debt research or approach dealers, approach vendors, get the current market price. Although NIRSAL Microfinance Bank have their own vendors, but why you should get yours is to prove to them that the information that you are presenting is factual and verifiable. Okay, so after you must have gotten the total amount, all the fixed asset that you need, like somebody who is into cassava processing, you are going to need a factory. In the factory, you are going to need machines, you need grater, you need sifter, you need cassava peeling machine if you have that financial muscle. You need fryer, you need packaging sealing machine, and the list is endless. So you need to list them out. You must know them, because it's also a test of your knowledge of the business that you are into or you're about to go into. So having done this, the next composition of this loan is what? Working capital. Then, before I come to working capital, it is everybody that have gotten approval so far for this loan. If you like, apply for 5 million, 10 million, 8 million, 7 million, any amount approved for you, 70% of it must go for capital equipment or machines. And the reason is, the way this loan is structured, you don't need collateral to get this loan. But the fixed assets that you are acquiring will be used as a collateral for this loan. So 70% of it, because Nigerian, a lot of people are not trustworthy when it comes to finance. Some will get this cash and travel out. Some will get this cash and divert it. Some will get this cash and go and marry second or third wife. So the essence of this is that your fixed assets will be used as collateral, which means that after you must have gotten the fixed, you'll be paid the 70% first. Then you get, once and you are not, it is not going to be paid to you. These are the control system. It will be paid to the vendor. Once the vendor must have supplied you and issued you an invoice, then you will take, it is almost on you to take that invoice to NIRSAL Microfinance Bank. So when you are issuing this invoice, your vendor is going to issue this invoice in the following way. Your name or your company name comes first. Then there's a dash, NIRSAL Microfinance Bank. That's the name that will be on that invoice. Then you now submit the invoice to NIRSAL Microfinance Bank. Then that is when they will now activate your working capital, 30%. Then you will get this one directly in your bank account. So your working capital comprise variable cost and fixed cost. Variable cost and fixed cost. The working capital is subdivided into two. Now, the variable cost is the cost that you incur on a daily basis in producing your product or offering your service. Those direct costs that are traceable to operations or production are your variable costs. Those costs that have tendency to increase when your production outlay increases. Those are your variable costs. And your variable cost comprises your raw material. For example, somebody who is into piggery, because I have a lot of applicants who are into piggery that have reviewed their business plan. A lot of applicants, they always put piggery, the boa, the bull, the swat that they are buying, or the piglets that they are buying, they always classify it under capital equipment. No, your pigs, all is part of your working capital. Your feet is part of your working capital. The medication, the vaccines is part of your working capital. Your capital equipment for piggery is your pig pen, your pumping machine. If you are doing pigging, it's going to be part of your capital equipment. Your vehicle is part of your capital equipment. Your fire safety device is part of your capital equipment. So your variable cost is key for you to understand the amount you need for variable costs. One of the major research have shown that one of the major reasons businesses don't last long in Nigeria, one of the reasons we don't have sustainable businesses in Nigeria, a lot of MSMEs, they always have what we, okay, I can see that awkward delay, you are raising your hands. Don't worry, please jot down your questions. I'm going to give you time at the end of the presentation for questions because this class is long. I'm going to do a live simulation as the process continues. So one of the reasons why business are not sustainable yet is that we lack the knowledge of the importance of working capital in business. They always say customer is king. I will also add it that cash is also king. When there's no adequate working capital, you have a challenge. I have a colleague who obtained Bank of Industry loan. She got all the necessary equipment. She started the business. Within a few months, she couldn't continue. She was into soap making. Why? There was no money to run operations. She would just look, the machine is there, the factory is there, everything is intact, but there was no working capital. So ensure that you have adequate working capital for this business. So then the next is fixed. Your fixed cost is also known as your operating expenses. And these are the expenses you run on a daily or monthly basis. These costs do not increase in the same proportion with the increase in your production outlay. This cost, either you produce or not, will you pay salary? You must pay salary. Either you produce or not, will you tell your landlord, please, I've not started production, please don't disturb me. I know your rent is fair, but I'm not. No, landlord cannot hear that. They need you as a business that must grow to become a global and sustainable business. You must be able to meet your cash obligation on a asset when due. So planning is key. So you must also factor in a portion of your working capital for your fixed cost. For your fixed cost. Are you with me? Okay, so before I move to the live presentation, I want to quickly go to the next slide. And I will call, please, can somebody read the heading on this slide? Let me be sure that you are with me, that we're on the same page. I can't hear you clearly.
AGSMEIS loan application process.
Okay, thank you. So I can proceed. So AGSMEIS loan application process. I'm going to do that presentation. Can you mute, please? Thank you. So you go to the NIRSAL website, you log in. I want to believe that everybody here have been able to log in. You can access your dashboard. It is not just about applying for training and ask for the loan, because I have seen different kind of characters in my experience in this training, in this AGSMEIS loan. You see somebody that did not even registered on the website. They just saw the advert, they will go and pay and attend the training. After the training, they will now come and ask you, when can we get the loan? When can we get the loan now? When will they approve our loan? And I will ask the person, have you applied for your loan? And we will be asking, how do I apply? And you now discover that some of them, if you don't apply on the NIRSAL website, your training institution will not have access to your dashboard. And when they don't have access to your dashboard, they can't upload and generate your certificate ID. And without your certificate code, you can't access your dashboard to commence your loan application. So it's key that you should log into your dashboard. Then you click on, you have to decide first, either you want to use the free template or paid template.
Matthew.
Yes,
Matthew.
Loan. The free template, if you are using the free template, you don't need to pay. This thing, you apply online. I'm gonna buttress more on that once we get to the live training. Then, or you use the paid template. The paid template is supposed to be 5,000 naira, but now they have added VAT to it. It's like 5,300 and something naira or thereabout. So let me just quickly go into the live presentation. But before then, you must don't be in a rush to apply. Ensure to gather all the, please, Romis is here to mentor you. They are here to guide you. They will not leave you. They will unhold you. Don't just attend this training and go and do things on your own so that you don't make mistake. Okay, so get all the necessary information, cross-check to be sure that you have gotten factual information before you commence your loan application. Okay, let me just get some comments while I stop the screen share and move to the next slide. To the website directly. Thank you. Comment, please.
Hello, Mr. Matthew.
I'm with you. Please.
Yes, Mr. Matthew. Okay. I wanted to ask, you mentioned the composition of the loan. Hello?
Go ahead. I wanted to know your name, but go ahead.
Oh. Okay, my name is Edna, Mrs. Edna Yetwoma. Edna.
Edna, okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Yetwoma.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. The composition you said for the, yes, you said for the capital, I mean the fixed asset, and that has to do with that land and building inclusive.
Yes. Okay, that's a
yes. Well, for previously,
I'm with you.
In this same training, a few days ago, they said it does not include land. That's just machinery. Because I was like, I'm into plantation.
Okay, wow. Thank you. Let me address that.
So, and I needed to get a land. Okay. I needed to get a land.
Okay.
Then now, the working capital is to get the place ready and the plantation and all of that.
You want to buy a land.
So, but they said it does not include land. So,
thank you.
Yes.
Address that. It is key that your asset should be movable asset. Okay, your fixed asset should be movable asset. Okay, now for the land and building, it depends on what you want to do and how you are going to structure it. Okay, because I'm talking from experience, I have someone who is into piggery. Okay, for the land and building, I told the person, don't use construction, because the people interviewing you, they are just staff. They don't understand, a lot of them don't understand the business environment. So it is what they tell them that they will not, they will just go ahead and do. They can't be flexible. So don't use construction, if you use construction, you might not get approval. Okay, just use the word pig pen. And he used pig pen. He applied for 9 million naira. And all the 9 million naira was approved for him. Can you hear me?
Specific.
Can you hear me? So after that must have been done, you can now commence your loan application. But before that and this, after you must have done all your research before you commence your loan application. So what you need to do is to log into your dashboard. So once you log in, this is what your dashboard looks like. Okay, you can see number of applicants. We have number of users online. We have 2,561 applicants who are currently online now as I'm talking to you. So you go to the left-hand side on your dashboard, click on AGSMEIS loan. Click on AGSMEIS loan. So once you click on AGSMEIS loan, the next is for you to click on AGSMEIS loan application. Once you click on AGSMEIS loan application, the next is for you to click on create business plan. Please, the training video will be sent to you. You have to study it over and over again if you are doing this application by yourself. So once this is open, you have to, there are two methods of application. It's either you use the free template. If you are using the free template, you are not paying anything. You are clicking on upload business plan. Okay, once you click on upload business plan, it's going to open this way. Then you click on personal details, you click on business information, you click on equipment needed, you click on working capital, other loan application. So then after you must have done with this, then you click on business plan. Once you click on business plan, you have to answer all the questions, and the same questions that are here are the same in the paid template. But I'm going to train you how to use the paid template. Now, the free template, it requires that after you must have filled this, you are going to download an Excel template, an Excel sheet. This Excel sheet, you are going to use it to input all your information in the Excel sheet. You input all your information in the Excel sheet. And a lot of people who don't have finance background, always have challenge in putting that Excel sheet. And if you use the free template to submit your business plan, you can have access to your business plan. You cannot download the business plan. I have a participant who used this free template. By the time she was invited for interview, the interviewer requested that she should bring her business plan, and she didn't have it. So she had to come back for us to write a business plan for her. But if you are to use the paid template, okay, you come here, click on create mini business plan. Create mini business plan. NIRSAL Microfinance Bank had to negotiate with this company to come down to 5,000 naira. Now they have added VAT to it. Okay. Now, once you click on the create business plan and it has opened, it is required of you to make payment. I am currently using an application. This person got, so after you must have clicked on continue, the next is for you to do your SWOT analysis. You can see why it's very, very good for you to do your research. When you are doing your research, it's not just getting information about how much is the equipment, how many people will I employ, how much will I pay as salary, what amount will I allocate for transportation, what amount will I allocate for rent. You also need to do competitive analysis. Ask yourself, who are the current competitors in my target location? Visit them. You get information about their prices, get to know about their strengths, about their weaknesses. The way you are being attended to, the kind of information that they give you will help you to get this information. Then this will help you to know your strength. If you're already in this business, then your SWOT, your strength, okay, you must have done this already in the business diagnosis class. SWOT is a business diagnostic tool. The same thing with your business model canvas. So you have to talk about your strengths. What are those internal advantages that you have? Your weaknesses. What are those internal weaknesses that can stop the business from growing? Then your opportunities. What are those opportunities that you can capitalize on to be able to grow your business? Then your threat. What are those threats? What are those threats? What are those factors that can affect my business from growing? What are those external factors that you don't have control over that can affect your business from growing? Then you have to identify them. You list them out. Then you click on next. So this person is the sole owner of this business. So that's why you put 100%. The business is going to be a startup business. You put 100%. But if you have other partners, what you need to do is to click on add row. Once you click on add row, a column, a row will appear. You have to now input the name of the other proprietors or directors and the percentage of share that they are holding in the business. Then you now have to proceed towards. This person says that it's going to be employing factory manager, and the factory manager will oversee operation. It's going to employ security. It's going to employ cleaner. It's going to employ sales and account reps. Then the CEO. So all the stuff that you need that you are going to employ, all you need to do, once you click on one and you input it, click on add row. The next one will, because this thing cannot be edited because it has been submitted, always click on add row. Add row. Then you input it, add row. Then you can also delete. You can also delete. Your delete button is here. You can also delete the information as well. Okay, so having done this, you move toward next, continue. It's into agro, what sector? Agro processing, palm oil milling, palm oil milling. So you have to give a brief information about your business. Please, don't just say we are into palm oil production. No, we are into poultry. No, you have to convince. This is a kind of, this part, the information you provide here also matters about your orientation, about the training that you have attended, about your knowledge about your business. It's a pitch deck. It's a pitch deck. So you have, like this person said that he has acquired knowledge in the field of palm production. So it is up to delivery high quality product. So you can decide to say that you are in, like for example, somebody who is into poultry. You can say that XYZ Nigeria Limited is into poultry production. Our intention is to raise finance or capital to establish a modern poultry in Ogun State, in Ado-Odota, Ogun State, Nigeria, to produce superior quality and healthy eggs for the teaming market. So you have to talk about your business. When you're mentioning about what you do, once you mention the name of your company, your location, what you intend, the kind of product that you want to produce, or the kind of service that you want to offer, and the intending benefits to the customers. Then after that, you move to next. You see, it's a startup business. Sorry, do you have anybody who's into startup business here? Yes. Do you have anyone who's into?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so yes.
Okay.
Yes, so.
All right.
Yes,
okay.
so.
You said yes, so your name and your nature of business.
Edna. A year to a month.
Okay, your nature of business is
starting
what?
the plantation business.
Azubike Michael Nwachukwu.
Oh, no, Ashibike, can you wait? Egna was talking. Can you wait, please? Okay,
yes,
Egna, go ahead.
Yes, my plan is into the plantation business and the additional to put.
What are you planting?
Plantation, planting. Plantation. Massive plantation.
Okay. In the last 3 cohorts or so, there's somebody who is into the same business. So I have to advise the person, for you to be able to have a tangible amount approved for you, you should add processing to it. So he had to include in the business plan. He now included plantain flour processing and plantain chips. But by the time I look at the capital requirements, must add into like 14 million. I had to tell him to remove plantain chips and start with plantation and plantain flour processing. So this is to tell you that a startup business, you are also eligible to get this loan. You have made the right decision. Okay, let me proceed. You should include processing. If you are into farming alone, you know I said earlier that 70% of your capital must go for capital equipment and machines. And in farming, except you want to buy a tractor, which is like 4 million upward. So, and that you might not even get approval because they need local content. So in farming, it's more of working capital than capital equipment. You'll be looking at 70% working capital, which you cannot even get that approval for that. So, but if you include processing, it means that your requirement for capital equipment will increase, and your chance of being approved a tangible amount will be high. And also, your profitability will be enhanced. All those post-harvest loss, glut, you will not have that challenge. So I will advise you, instead of buying land, if you are buying land for the farming, you might not get approval. Include processing into it so that you'll be able to get a tangible amount approved for you. Okay, let me proceed. So you click on continue. Once you click on continue, the next thing is for you to ask yourself, what is the purpose of preparing this mini business plan? To guide my operation and to secure a loan. Okay, then you click on continue. Okay, now this is competitive. Please, can you mute our device, please? This is competitive analysis. In the competitive analysis, this person have done the competitive analysis and have discovered a competitor. In this competitive analysis, the question is that what is your product? It's going to be selling, it's going to be producing red palm oil. And the competitor is also producing red palm oil. What is the name of the competitor's product? Palm oil, because we can't edit this, so we can't see the other aspect of the column. Then this applicant is saying that he will be selling his own palm oil 360 naira per liter, whereby the competitor is selling at 500 naira per liter. Well, so then he's going to be selling palm kernel oil. The competitor is selling palm kernel oil as 1,200 per liter. He will be selling his own as 900 naira per liter. He's also going to be selling palm kernel cake. The competitor is called Noble Farm. He's selling palm kernel cake at 30 naira per kg, but the competitor is selling at 35 naira per kg. So what this person wants to use, the pricing strategy is penetration strategy. He wants to use penetration strategy to be able to get market share. Okay, so it's good for you to go to like 3 or 5 competitors, get their prices so that you know how the right price to use for your application. Okay, having done this, you can now proceed to the next. Okay, the next is marketing. Okay, under this, advertising. In advertising, how are you going to advertise your? Now they are trying to look at a competitive edge here. Why will your product or service be preferred to that of your competitor? Select all of the above. So you can select anyone. To him, he said that his product will be superior of quality, of superior quality, and it will be priced lower than the market price. You can see what I said earlier. His pricing strategy is penetration strategy. And the next question is, how will you advertise your business to customers? Now, let me quickly buttress a point here. One of the reasons why businesses don't also exist sustainably in Nigeria is that a lot of budding entrepreneurs, they always play down on the importance of marketing. They don't have marketing budgets. They don't have budget for advertising. So I'm imploring you, in your application, you need to allocate an amount for marketing and promotions for your business. So he said that for his own advertisement, it's going to be advertising using mobile marketing and social media marketing. And so to you, if you are going to be doing radio, just pick anyone that you want to use for your business. Now, the good thing about this business plan is that as you are filling this thing, it is already being programmed at the background. So you click on continue. Okay, let me quickly call on one of us here, Abiodun Ariyibi. Please, if I did not pronounce your name well, please pardon me. Abiodun Ariyibi, are you there? Ariyibi, thank you. Okay, thank you. Sorry, what business are you into?
I'm going to painting and paint production.
Paint production, fantastic. Paint production. Okay, Mr. Ariyibi, for paint production, who are your, sorry, before this, I want to ask, are you already in existing or you are about to start the business? It's a startup business.
I'm in existence, sir.
Oh, for how long, sir?
I'm in existence for a experience of 15 years.
15 years, wow. You deserve a standing ovation. Because it's not easy for a business to exist for 15 years and they are still running. This is good. Please, what's your brand name?
My brand name is Temak Paint.
Temak, right? Okay, fantastic. Okay, I want to ask you, who are your target customers?
Actually,
company.
I have from
okay, go ahead.
On the huh?
Go ahead.
I have some customers that I call them direct customer because the product is not yet in open market.
Okay.
I'm using my product to service them, and they believe in the product. So each time that they needed to change their property, either house or offices, they always call my attention. They always engage our service. So now we think of going to the market now, getting our outlets in some locations where we'll be able to distribute, where we'll be able to have them as depot.
Thank you, Mr. Ariyibi. I'm really impressed. Despite that your product is not in open market, yet you have loyal customer companies who buy,
yes,
who order for your product. That means that your product must be of very good quality. Because I know we have a lot of quality paint out there. We have the Dulux paints, we have the Beggar paints, we have the Supreme. We have a lot of paints out there. But for them to patronize it means that you have something that is of great value. Okay, so it's always good as a business, especially for those of you who are about to go into business. You must know that everybody is not your customer. This is a lot of participants. I will ask them, who are your customer? Some of them will say everybody. If I ask somebody who is target customer for Coca-Cola, they will say everybody. Is everybody that drink Coke? So everybody cannot be your customer. So you have to know that it's good for you to do what we call customer segmentation, so that you can be able to target your real customer. The reason why my presentation is not just about how to apply for this loan, it's also to help you to get some things right. I was privileged to do advisory session in Enterprise Development Center of Pan African University a few weeks ago. And one of the participants that I gave advisory to she's into poultry and fishery. She does this fishery. She tried the fish and package it and sell. She has quality products. Her fish is crunchy, dry and durable. But the challenge is that in our location, the customers are not ready to pay the price. They are pricing it too low, and she's complaining. She's not making profit. And I told her that, do you know that this same fish that you are selling, you are selling for 2,500. There are people out there that are ready to buy this fish at 5,000 naira. It's because she didn't know how to channel and target the right customer for her product. She was targeting the wrong segment. So, an advice, you have to have adequate budget, get a reputable digital marketing firm to take charge of your marketing, to be able to target your right customers that can pay your price. So you have to consider income size, gender, religion, cultural background, and the list is endless to be able to target your right customer. And your target customer can be businesses, it can be individual. Like this person, his target customer is into palm oil. The target customer is like...
The audio is bad.
Quantity, not quality. So if you are producing inferior quality, then you have to do what? Target the low income earners. Okay, all right, so let me proceed. So he said his target customers are all gender, look at their ages, what is your target location? So to him, for now, he doesn't want to export, he wants to just target the domestic market. How will you sell your product or services? Please select all that's applicable to you. He's saying that he's going to be selling direct by his employee. Then he's also going to be selling online with delivery. So there's going to be online orders and there's going to be delivery service. Then he's going to be selling online via third party, that's e-commerce platform. Then he's also like what Mr. Aribiyi said earlier, that he's going to be getting a depot where his product will be sold and customer will go and buy it there. So you can get a depot, or customer can be coming directly to your company to buy your product. And your product can be sold indirectly through distributors or wholesalers. The list is endless. Then you proceed to the next, which is, I call this the COCO, operating time frame. So they want to test seasonality in your business. Are there public holiday? Do public holiday affect your business? This person said, no, I am into agriculture. Then you proceed. So this is the main. Please be attentive here. Be attentive here. Let me quickly call on somebody to get Okay, I will call on Ekpo Nyoko. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you, sir. Now, I want to ask you, what business are you into?
I'm into palm oil.
Palm oil. Is it existing or new business?
No, it is a startup.
Startup, thank you. All right, you're into palm oil. Wow. So that means that this training is for you. I don't give you enough expo. Okay, now what are your products?
Thank you. Thank you.
What are your products?
Hello, sir. Can I hear you?
Yeah, what are your your products?
Okay, it is a palm oil, palm kernel.
Okay. Okay.
These are the two.
Okay, thank
and
you.
Then they buy products.
The byproducts. Yeah. You know, there are so many byproducts in palm oil. We have the red palm oil, the palm kernel cake, the palm kernel oil, the sludge, the palm kernel seed, then the shell for fuel. You know, the list is endless. The refined black oil, and the list is endless. So, but where are you starting from? So you must know your product. This is your revenue stream. So here you must get this place right. Somebody who is into, okay, from the industry, okay, I can recall that there's somebody who is into ICT. Somebody who is into ICT. Then your revenue stream can be what? Repairs, maintenance, advisory, installation, training, web development, and the list is endless. Okay, so for palm oil, this person have listed his product. Yeah, this is called financial analysis. This page forms your what? Your income statement, or what it's also called profit and loss account. This page forms your income statement. If you have an accounting background, kudos to you. If you don't, there's no big deal. If they make it as simple, as basic as possible. That's why this simplified. Can you hear me?
Matthew.
Can you hear me?
You cover this today. Matthew.
With the income statement or balance sheet. So this is the pre-information that will form your income statement here. Okay. And the advantage of this simplified template is that you don't need to go and start using Excel sheet. But in the free template, you have to do this balance sheet by yourself, income statement by and so forth. So that's different. So yeah, the question is, what are your products? This person says that it's starting with just 3 products. Number 1 is palm oil, red palm oil. And production capacity, he said that he will be producing 8,400 liters. You can see liters of palm oil in the next 12 months. How do you know whether it's 12 months or not? Come to this frequency. A lot of people always get this wrong. This 8,400, some people can come here, this frequency, they can come and choose, they could mistake ignorantly because they were not attentive during the training, ignorantly choose months. That will imply that you'll be producing 8,400 liters of palm oil per month. And by the time the financial model is generated, some people are making billions of naira per annum, a new business, so it's already making billions. So you have to get this right. This is 12. 12 means that for 12 months, this is what you are going to be producing. And it's going to be selling 360 naira per liter. Okay. Then another area that always poses challenge to some applicants, let me see where I can move this video here. Okay, what poses challenge again to some applicants is this direct labor or material cost. So always ensure that your direct labor plus your material cost for each of the products should equal to 100%. Okay. Sorry. Yes, for the whole product should be equal to 100%. Some people always add these two and they get it wrong. There's something that will always tell you that it's not correct at the end below the screen. So you can see it said out of the three products, 50%, the cost for direct labor, 50% of the total cost for all our products on direct labor will be on palm oil production. Then for palm kernel oil, it will be producing 4,800 liters in 12 months. And this will be sold 900 naira per liter. And 30% makes the direct labor, 40% make the material used. Then palm kernel cake, that's the byproduct. The palm kernel cake is used for animal feeds. So he will be selling it at 30 naira per kg. And it's going to be producing 9,600 kg in 12 months. So if you calculate this, sum it up, it's going to amount to 100%. I haven't done this. He has already gotten at the background the total revenue projection for 12 months for his business. Okay, so this also from your sales forecast or revenue projection. Okay, so how much percentage of the products or services you produce in year one do you intend to sell? You can agree with me that there's always what we call in your stock, opening stock or closing stock. At the end of the year, it's possible that you might not finish sell everything. Maybe there should be some leftover that will be sold in the next year. But this person is projecting that he will be selling off everything in 1 year. So that means saying 100%, everything will be sold. How frequently do you expect to increase the price for your product? You are at liberty to choose yours. He said that for the cost of the projection, he is saying that he will not increase his price throughout the projection year. Okay. So if you are going to increase your price, you will need to know the percentage. Okay. Then by what percentage? If you have said yes in this place, then here you have to choose the percentage here. Because he said never here, so he said no increase. You can choose inflation rate. You can choose 10%, 5%, 20%. Depends on the increment that you are envisaging. Then, by what percentage will you increase product and service quality periodically? It is, you know, as a business, it is expected that at least you should experience growth. If you are producing 8,000 liters in 2020, in 2021, we should be expecting at least increment to like 100,000 liters. Sorry, to like 10,000 liters. So he is saying that his product, his volume of production is going to be increased by 20% year on year. Now, your cost of sales is also known as your what? Variable cost. Is also known as your what? Direct material cost. So to him, he's saying that his cost of sale is going to increase in the same proportion with sales revenue, with production outlay. So since production will be increasing by 20%, then your variable cost or your cost of sales is saying its cost of sales is also going to be increasing by 20%. In fact, at this stage, you already know your gross profit projection. So with this, you know whether you're already making loss or you're making profit. Then you proceed. You proceed to the next one. Provide details of your cost of sales. You know, I said earlier, your cost of sales is also known as your variable cost, is also known as your what? Direct material cost. What you need to do here is to go to the sheets that you have written, jotted down all your research data and information. What are the components of my cost of sales? Your cost of sales, one of the examples is what? Raw material. And his own raw material is said on a monthly basis, he will be spending 3,264,000 naira for raw material. That's for purchase of what? Palm kernel seed or palm kernel or palm fruit, for purchase of palm fruit for processing. So on a monthly basis, you'll be spending this amount. Then direct labor is also one of the examples of your cost of sales or your variable cost. So direct labor are those labor that by the time you have a job, you just call them, Mama Ngozi, Yaruka, okay, we on a day, Muna come work day for now. And if they finish working, you pay them per day or per kg of work that they have done. So those are your direct labor. They are not on fixed salary. Their own is no work, no pay. So you have to have a budget. But if you don't have direct labor, you don't need to add this row. You can just leave it at only raw material. Some people, they always add inbound transport to their cost of sales. That's the transportation that you spend in transporting your raw material from farm, from purchase outlet to your production outlet. Okay, so having done that, the next is your what? Operating expenses. Operating expenses. Okay, I want to be sure that we are on the same page. I will be calling on Abiona Okpeyemi. Abiona Okpeyemi, please, can you unmute? Okay,
yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, I'm glad to know that you have not left your device to go and do other things. I'm glad to know that you are with me. Okay, please, what business are you into?
Yeah. I'm into drink.
Sales or production?
Sir?
Sales or production?
Sales.
What kind of drinks?
Beverages.
Beverages. Okay.
And yogurt.
Okay, it's an existing business, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for this loan application, what do you want to use the loan for? What business?
I'm also into tea production, yogurt production. So I want to like
what I wanted
use
to
the loan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Production, the yogurt production, right?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, come again.
I think the loan will be used for the yogurt production, right?
Yes, sir.
So you are qualified. I wanted to we need to find a way forward for you, but I'm glad that you are with us and you are eligible for the loan. Now,
all right, thank you.
Expenses. What are those expenses that you incur every day aside your variable cost or monthly?
The expenses.
Yes.
Okay. So like I have a boss that distributes my this thing.
Okay.
So cost of the petrol and also my sales I must have to like give them their salaries at the end of the month.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I am glad that this 1 week training is not a waste. It's that you can be able to differentiate between your variable cost and your fixed cost. Now, she has said it all. All right, thank you. Okoyemi, you can mute. She has said
right. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. So, our variable cost comprises of what? expenses. This is also known as your fixed cost or your operating expenses. Okay, she said fueling of vehicle is your what? Part of your operating expenses. Salary is part of your operating expenses. Like here we have salary. This person will be spending 200,000 naira on a monthly basis for staff salary. Then also, he will be spending utilities is also part of your operating expenses, like your NEPA bill, your waste bill, community development bill, and so forth. Then, the way this dashboard is programmed, every other expenses that is not on this dashboard, you have to factor it in under general and admin, like your insurance, like your
rent, rent.
Thank you. That's a good one. Your rent, every other operating expenses, let them come under general and admin expenses. So he's saying 20,000 naira will go. All right. So we are going to proceed. I'm glad that this application, again, let me also call your attention to the fact that this sample I'm using for this training is somebody, thank God that it was trained by Romis. We did his application. He has gone for interview. He has gotten an approval. He's currently expecting disbursement. He has opened an account with NIRSAL Microfinance Bank. Now, this was what he applied for. Let me read out the content. Provide list of your company's existing tangible asset and the applicable year of acquisition. This page will form your balance sheet. This page is going to form your balance sheet. And this person has a land already. Okay, he has a land and building that was 4 million naira. And he bought this land in 2014. Provide list of your company's current assets. At present, at least you must have something. Even though you are a new business, you don't have anything. You should have money in the bank now. This guy is so sincere. He said, I have 50K in the bank. You get it? So put it here. So then the next is, how many days do your debtors take to pay you? Now, this is used to calculate your cash, your debt collection period, and your creditors payment period. It will also help to determine your liquidity ratio. Whether your business will be liquid or please, can we mute our device if we don't have any comment? I always advise that it doesn't make sense when I'm advising my client. It doesn't make sense for you to run a business that when you are buying your raw material, you are paying 100%, but when you are selling, you sell at credit. When you sell at credit, what happens? You tie down your liquidity, you tie down your cash. It will limit your ability to be able to buy other raw material or to meet your immediate cash obligations. So it's advisable to try to delay creditor payments and ensure that you collect money from your debtors on time. So to him, he said that that means that this person will not be selling on credit. And he's not also ready to buy on credit. He pays the same day, and he wants to ensure that his customers are also paying him the same day. How many days do you hold raw material inventory in stock? Like inventory, stock of inventory. There are people that buy stock that they can use for like 30 days. There are people that buy stock that they can use for 6 months, depending on the nature of your business. Now, the way the palm oil industry works is that you can go to a farm and pay for palm fruits for like 1 hectare or 5 hectares, and you tell them that for the next 6 months, for the next 3 months, for the next 1 month, only me will harvest. You will not harvest to anybody once it's ready for harvest. Do you get it? That means you already have sure stock of raw material on ground. Do you have any existing loan? He said, no. Let me come here now. One of the criteria for creditworthiness is what? Credibility. And credibility is key. Out of the 7 or 6 C's of credit, credibility is key. If you have an existing loan, mention it. Mention it. It does not stop you from getting this loan. The only thing that might stop you is when you are not credit worthy. If you have an existing loan and you refuse to service it, I have a client who I help to get, during the COVID-19, there's a consulting firm that got an intervention to help small businesses to be able to cushion the effect of the pandemic on their businesses. So they were giving loan without collateral and 0 interest. So I was able to apply for one of our clients, and this person got an approval. And by the time the firm did background check, they discovered that he was owing a commercial bank 1.something million naira. And the loan has been loaned for some years, and the loan is not being serviced. If he were servicing it, it wouldn't have been an issue. But you just dump, you abandon them. You abandon the loan. It's not right. So even though you get this loan and you're able to pay back, that means that you will be credit worthy, and you'll be entitled to apply for a bigger amount in any of the NIRSAL Microfinance Bank loan portfolio. So planning is key. You have to be real. Yeah, if you have an existing loan, you have to mention it, and then it's not going to stop you from getting this loan. I have a lot of people that got the CBN CBN COVID-19 loan. Especially those that got the household loan, they got the loan, and they were like, okay, I don't think they will approve this loan for me because they are afraid of paying the 10K for the training. And I told them that it is not written anywhere in this criteria for this loan that if you have gotten CBN COVID-19 loan, you cannot apply for this loan. And those of them that were privileged to take the risks, they would have gotten approval. One of them is into palm production in Ogun State, and he is one of the person that they did not even reduce anything, deduct anything. He applied for 10 million and they gave him 10 million. I'm saying, whoa, this guy, there's a grace that is following you.
Matthew, can I come in here?
Okay, because there's going to be a background check. And the background check means that they're going to use your BVN to check your credit status. All right, so then you proceed to the next. Okay, you can see this person applied for 10 million. This is somebody that has gotten an approval, and I will share more light on this as we proceed. I want to be sure that my people have not left me, that I'm not talking to myself. Okay, so please.
Yes.
Dr. Green. Dr. Green. Are you there? Can you unmute? I'm seeing Dr. Green here.
Dr. Green is there.
Okay, please can you unmute? Let me just hear your line of thought on this.
Your voice.
Dr. Green, are you there? Can you unmute? with me. Thank you. Okay, so the question is, how much loan do you need? How much loan do you need? Okay, this person said he need 10 million. Okay, and what kind of loan? Loan with a specified tenure. He needs 10 million. From where do you want the loan? The NIRSAL Microfinance Bank is issuing that loan. They are the loan administrator. Okay, it's a startup business, it's a new business. Now look at the composition of his loan. Capital equipment, 51%. Funding working capital, 37%. Fund construction, facility renovation, 12%. This is the composition of his loan. You can see everything make up the 10 million naira. Now, let me show you something here. What does he want to use the loan for? You know, I said earlier the loan is subdivided into capital equipment and working capital. Now, this is the segment for his capital equipment. He wants to buy the sheller the sheller machine. Okay, he wants to buy toaster. That's for toasting of palm kernel seed for production of what? Palm kernel oil. Then he wants to buy kernel cracker, that kernel cracking machine, 370K. He has gotten performance invoices for all these things. Then he wants to buy filter separator. He wants to buy filter press for 400K. He wants to buy 1 unit of steam boiler for 480,000 naira. He wants to buy palm oil digester, palm fruit digester for 400,000 naira. He wants to buy storage tank for 70K per unit. He's buying 2.
Yes, sir, he has to come here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, he has to come here. We're just hearing you now, please.
Okay, yeah, hear me, but you can't see my screen, that right?
I'm just hearing you.
Okay, thank you. So
go ahead.
He wants to buy storage tank, 2 units, 70K each. He wants to buy a mini truck. He wants to buy a mini truck for 1.3 million naira. Okay, he wants to buy diesel generator for 500,000 naira. You want to buy wheelbarrows, 4 units for 15K each. You want to buy shovels for packing of material, 4K each, 4 units for 5K each. You want to buy buckets for storage and washing, 10 units, 2,000 each. You want to buy, then factory construction, he put 1.81 million naira here. Okay, now, for his working capital from that 10 million naira, he said part of the 10 million naira palm fruits, he's going to buy 90,000 naira per, 90 naira per kg, and he's buying 24,000 kg from that 10 million naira. That's 2.160 million is going for palm fruit. Then 25 liters kegs, the empty kegs for packaging. He's buying it 1 unit at 1,000 and he's buying 528 units. 528,000 goes for that. He's also buying bags, which is sacks. This sack is for packaging of palm kernel cake, 6 naira per unit, and he's buying now 9,600 units. 57,600. So if you add this to your capital equipment, it's going to make up the 10 million naira. When he went for the interview, he was lucky, depending on the person that interviewed you. So when he went for the interview, I told him, please, when you are going, make sure that you dress, you look smart. When you get there, don't talk like an hungry man. Don't talk like a desperate man. You need to show that you know what you are doing and you have the ability with the kind of knowledge that you have about this business. You can turn over the money, you can repay back the loan, you can generate employment, you can contribute to the local and the national economy. He went there and successfully he got an approval. They only told him, you know what, this loan, we want you to outsource transportation. We want you to outsource delivery. You don't want delivery company to eat? Outsource delivery. So we are going to remove the money for mini truck. So that 10 million that he applied for, they removed money for mini truck and they approved the rest for him. Praise the Lord. So that was his own case. You get it? So he was so lucky, and this is a new business. So I always tell participants, don't look down on yourself. It's all about taking a step. The bold step he has taken now is already a millionaire, even though not alone. So please take good note of that. Then
that's good.
Then
Matthew.
Sir, okay,
Matthew.
You want to contribute?
Can I just?
Okay, go ahead,
yes,
sir.
you're rating them. This man is credible.
Yes.
He gave him money, he has paid back. In Lagos State, they are what we call the Lagos State Employment and Trust Fund.
Yes.
Those who took the first money, they paid back. When they go back again, they give them almost double of what they got before.
Yeah.
And actually, the next time they are planning again, they will not give them too much stress.
Yeah.
So this we don't have to tell me, don't have to 10 million. And then if you go in court, you must make sure that the breakdown of those figures is equal to the total amount of money.
Oh.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, hello participants. Please, the fact that this person requested for 10 million naira and the truck was removed and it got approval does not mean you should also request for 10 million naira when you know you don't need 10 million naira. This is loan, no, this is loan, and it's government loan. There's no way you can run to with government to, because your BVN is the #1 collateral. Please, you have to do your research, tell yourself the truth. How much do you need? Yes, what Mr. Bello said is truth. I recall a participant. She was requesting for, it's not 1 million naira or so for a poultry. And by the time we did the analysis, we were like, if it's 1 million naira, this person will find it difficult to pay back this loan because of liquidity challenge. We have to do analysis and advise her, okay, can you increase it to like 2 or 3 million so that your business will be able to have enough liquidity to run itself. Okay, so having said that, how long do you require this loan? The maximum tenure for this loan is 7 years. So it's just 7 years. When do you need this loan? He said he need it now, 2020. How will you like to repay the loan? Yes, a participant. You know, this is bank. They always want the repayment to be as soon as possible. This person said he wants the repayment to be monthly. There's somebody that said quarterly. And by the time the person finished the analysis, the project was not viable. The viability analysis was not feasible. It was showing negative NPV. Okay, so interest rate for this loan is 9%. Then, do you require moratorium? Yes, he requested for 1 year, but they approved 6-month moratorium for him. It means that it's after 6 months, he will start paying back the loan. They now asked him, why do you need moratorium? And he told them that the business needs time to begin to generate sufficient cash to repay back the loan. So you can see that this guy was able, because of he was able to implement the knowledge he acquired from Rumi's and the EDI training. And you could see that it reflects in his application. It's well detailed. And that was why his interviewer was impressed and he was able to give him that approval. Then, some of you, as you are going to do this, some of you will still do this after this training. Some people, after the training, they will call me and ask, okay, I want to apply for 7 million. How much will I pay back per month? So they will not come into a loan calculator. The fact is that the dashboard is so well programmed that you have a loan calculator integrated. This page is loan calculator page. So in this 10 million naira, we pay back within 7 years with 9% interest, and we pay back monthly with 1 year moratorium. By the time you click on calculate, because this person has already submitted this application, it cannot, I don't think this, good, thank God we've gotten this. This page worked, fantastic. All right, by the time you click on calculate, look at what happens. It means that this person will pay back 160,000 naira per month for 96 months. After the 6 months, after the 6 month moratorium, you'll be paying back for 96 months, you'll be paying back 160,888.96. And at the end of the 7 years, you will have paid back 14,415,189. Okay, so this is why this Repay template is so interesting. Can you hear me? Do you have any question? Do you have any feedback?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, Matthew.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Matthew.
Yes, Mr. Bello, I can hear you.
Okay, please, let's have some questions or comments before you. Thank you very much for a very detailed presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Please, any questions, comments before I round up?
I have a question. Yes, please. My name is Okudle Daniels.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm a startup. How would you classify point of lay beds for a 5,000 bed poultry?
Okay,
that's good.
Okay. Can I answer the question
so that you can address them? Startup.
Yes, startup.
How do you classify?
Hello.
Hello. I have a question.
Another question.
Okay.
Matthew, please.
I have a question. Azubike Wachuku. A question too.
Okay, please, can we wait? I'm going to call you one after another. Please, can you wait, please? Okay, the first is, I would like to answer each of the questions so that, because of time. Okay, for point of lay, your point of lay is working capital, not equipment, it's working capital. Your point of lay is working capital. Either you're buying day-old chick or you're buying point of lay is working capital. All right, thank you. All right, the next question from Osondu. Osondu, you
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Presentation is very detailed.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, I'm with you.
Yeah. I have a question on the monthly repayment.
Okay.
Will this repayment remain the same for the 7 years?
Thank you.
Or will it be adjusted for inflation? Will it remain the same?
Okay. Okay, that's a very good question. From the analysis that we saw in the loan calculator, what they use is fixed rate. Okay, what they use for the loan calculation is fixed rate. It's not reducing balance. What they use is fixed rate. You will see this person is 196,000 is what they will pay for 96 months. So it's the same rate. I've answered your question.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next person.
Hello, I have a question.
Go ahead.
When you are teaching us the course of your lecture,
okay,
you mentioned those that are into construction.
Okay.
So, and you mentioned some things that we are not supposed to fix in so that we can attain the loan. I didn't get you right. The network was not good at that time.
Okay, so good. So if you are into construction, I don't think you have any challenge, because what you want to use the loan for, you want to buy capital equipment, right? Construction.
That's true. That's true.
Eligible industry to apply for this loan. So if you are buying capital equipment, just be sure your loan is going for capital equipment. So you don't have problem. I was a bit.
Yes.
Hello. I saw the chart that was sent to me. So I wanted to know what that person is really into and what the person wants to use the loan for. Construction, you are good to go. All right, next question, please.
I have a question, sir.
Please, I have a question.
Okay,
my question is
Darlington, go ahead.
For registered companies, as it's meant for registered companies now, and what I want to ask is, major banks charge, and the way I see this thing being structured, it's like we are encouraged to go it in an organized way. So is it advisable now for us to use our personal account to receive the working capital, or use our corporate account to receive the working capital? Or do we go for SME corporate account? Which best option?
Sorry, when you say SME corporate account, do you mean an enterprise or limited liability?
I have a limited liability. Though I have enterprise anyway, but so I want to project the limited liability more than the enterprise.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Either you use business enterprise or business name, or you use limited liability company, you will still get approval. It does not affect you. As far as you have a register,
hello. Please.
Thank you. All right.
Hello, please. I have a question.
We have Obinna, go ahead.
Okay, yes. One of my questions goes like this, please. I have my wife's CAC.
Yes.
It doesn't. I'm not like a proprietor.
Okay.
So apply because for lecture, the MD said something like my wife's CAC, that name doesn't carry me as a proprietor. Can I use that to apply? Because you mentioned something in the early days of the training that the name on your certificate must be the same with your corporate account name, so that you'll be able to apply. The loan will be approved. That otherwise it will not be approved.
Okay, thank you.
That's the question. Can I use business name to apply for it?
Okay, what you are saying is that you are the one applying for this loan, since you are telling.
Yes.
But there's a CAC. But it belongs to your wife. It's your wife information that is on the
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have a CAC.
Come on, sir. Sheuda.
Yeah, so my hello. My advice is that
yes, I hear you.
Is either CAC for yourself, because if you go approach CAC that your name should be included in the certificate, it's going to be a long thing, because they will request for the evidence of filing of annual returns for that certificate.
Yes. Yes.
And by the time you look at the penalty, depending on the year that you register that business, the penalty will be more than the money that you will be required for you to register a new business. So I would advise you to commence the application for yourself while you are currently doing your research for your application.
I thank you. Then, sorry, please, I have another question also.
Please, let's be
please.
Question. I want to ask questions. I was the best things. Nobody want to listen to my question.
Don't worry, we are going to call you. We are going to call you.
Wait, Mr. Azu.
Mr. Azubike, you will talk next.
Hello, please.
Okay, let Obinna finish. Mr. Azubike will be the next person. Okay, Obinna.
Yes, my second question, please, sir, is when you were giving us the lecture earlier on, you made an example of the guy in Akwa Ibom that did the palm miling. He wrote for his fixed assets vehicle, but at the long said something about they asked move the vehicle. So I want to know in our fixed assets now, maybe can't I like the purchase of a vehicle as part of the fixed assets?
Wow, that's a very good question. Let me tell you from experience, a lot of participants that went for interview, they remove vehicle. They remove vehicle. You know why? They want them to concentrate on operation and outsource delivery, so that applicants for this loan who are into logistics and transportation will also have business. That's why they are removing vehicles. I can boast of only two funds that I have known so far that they just approve everything without removing any of the items in the application. But what I will advise is that if you have other assets, other fixed assets that you want to buy that will be useful for your business, I will advise you put that aspect in the application and water down vehicle, because the chance of approving vehicle in your loan is slim. Have I answered your question?
Yes, you have. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Zubike, over to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the and I would say, Mr. Bello.
Sorry, you are breaking. I can't hear you clearly.
Thanks to error to my business. I say what you show us here as in palm milling, the oil milling, was similar to my business.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah, my business is agro. Do I say agro allied and agri business? Because you know, my business started when I observe that there is a high of those things that I want to say about palm oil, cassava. There's not any product from the palm tree, cassava, and the other farm produce in our farms. I found out that those in the mega cities that they find it very hard to get this, which is grown in our own soil, and especially people that live in the mega cities. Some of them who are working class people and business, by the time they come back from their work in the evening, some of them don't eat dinner because by the time they come back, the market has closed.
Okay, the question.
So I now said, okay, that I started to consult farmers, logistics, and processors to be under me, so that with me now, I now relate on a platform that is a kind of e-commerce, a kind of a WhatsApp, your website, or social media. Now, try to make people to know if you cannot be able to get those items, that you can place order. Then those that have it within the local farmers or within the processors, they will now supply what you want. But I will now make my logistic unit to go for the delivery. Then after the delivery, I will get the money. The money will be paid to the people. And I have a little group as an MP, and it works. That is why I want to bring it further to get a loan to make in a very bigger form. Okay. So now I'm now asking, since you say is a farmers, what do you say that about a milling? You say that these people because now I believe to have done, I got what said I have done. Now, hello.
Yes. Go ahead.
Hear me?
Go ahead. It's better now.
Okay.
So the question,
okay. So now,
sorry, you are breaking.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Oh, please, my question now is: can I combine palm tree, cassava, and palm produce, and the farm produce as the things that I do.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. All right, please, I think we will take like 2 or 3 more before we round off. Then I will also, every other participant, because of time, make use of the chat box. Drop your question, drop your message, use the chat box for your message so that I can attend to it. All right, Mr. Azubike, as far as you are already doing this business, that means your revenue model is from palm fruit, is from cassava. So go ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. You are not disqualified. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I have on the chat box, Mr. Adebayo Lawansin is saying, my question is, the vehicle or equipment asset, will it be brand new or used ones? Okay, it doesn't have to be brand new. Doesn't have to be brand new, but ensure that even though you are buying a second-hand vehicle, ensure the exchange of ownership and the name should be in both your name and NIRSAL Microfinance Bank. That receipt is required for to be registration with collateral registry. It is not stated anywhere that it must be a brand new vehicle. Every other persons that have applied, I have not seen the one that applied for a brand new vehicle. Thank you. Okay, we have Ademola Ajibola.
Sorry, Matthew.
Okay.
Matthew.
Okay, go ahead.
To add to that.
Okay.
To add to that, you.
Yeah.
Because there's no point for you to invest in the machine, and the next 1 month the thing breaks down.
Exactly.
You cannot produce again, or the vehicles cannot move again. Exactly. That machine or equipment can be used for at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So that you can cover your money back and pay back the loan and make good profit. So don't just buy it. If you are not a technician or engineer, get those who know about it to go before you pay, to ensure that and then you have it possible to, if you can get a guarantee from them.
Thank you.
If possible, so that because money exchange after.
Yes. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mr. Polo has spoken well. You need to avoid buying assets that will become a problem to you. To get expert advice. Okay. Ademola Ajibola on the chat box is saying that my question is, the vehicle is the Ajibola, if my question is the vehicle equipment asset. Okay, that question has been answered. The next person is from Oshundu. He's saying that you mentioned local content concerning equipment. Must all equipment be procured locally? That is where the issue is.
Yes.
Yes, because they want to use this loan to empower the economy. They don't really. If you are going for importation, you might not get approval. So there are a lot of approved, certified
loan to empower economy.
applications of these machines. Okay. Then
sorry to add to that too.
Yes.
If you tend to import, ask tender for their local vendors.
Yeah.
They have local vendors here. You buy locally here. If you don't want to import, before you open, let's see, before the earthquake comes, before you clear from the wharf.
Exactly.
So the time is gone. So they don't encourage you to import anything. Get the machines and equipment here locally. If you search well, you get the local vendors here. You get, and not now, we have a lot of experienced fabricators, highly experienced fabricators, and even Bank of Industry has a list of accredited. So that it's more for you to wait for importation. By the time you wait for 3 to 6 months, machine is still in the work and try to be cleared. So it's not allowed. The answer is no.
Okay.
Get your machine here locally.
Thank you, Mr. Bello. Okay, we need to say how to round off. The next is, I would like you to.
Yes.
That's what I say. I would like you to give me personal guidelines to apply for this loan, so it can be approved. And can we discuss on WhatsApp Don't worry, we are here to guide you. Romis is here to unhold you.
Yes.
So if you need any guidelines or assistance, just reach out to the admin on your group. He's going to tell you the next step to take. Okay, then Okudili Daniels.
Then let me share. Let me shed light on that. Okay. Because of the program on the week.
Yes.
I told you, you can see from today's presentation, you need to do some work yourself, the form as much as you can. This will then guide you to improve on what you have filled and help you submit. But you need to do work yourself. Don't just say after the training, Romy, fill everything for me and submit. It's not done. Okay. In Romis, we teach you to do things by doing. It's learning. Learn by doing. You have to do most of the work yourself, carry out research, so that the area that you feel is deficient, like I said in the morning before we started today's lecture, some of you that filled the form and sent to us, some of the gaps there, I identified them, and I told the whole class about the gaps, so that when you are filling your own, you not make the same mistake like the other guy made.
That's good.
So yes, the answer is yes, but you must do as much as possible, and then we can help you to refine it before submission.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next question.
Hello, I have Okudili Daniels. He's saying, what will you advise a poultry farmer to put as equipment capital? Can construction of pen houses be put as equipment capital? For this loan, I will advise you, don't put construction of pen. Use battery cages. Battery cages is going to get approval compared to saying you want to do construction work. Okay, so battery cages is a capital equipment for your
watering equipment. Watering equipment, yes. Yes.
Feeders,
yes.
Is
yes.
also part of your capital. What constitutes your operation? You start from what? Land acquisition, then land preparation, purchase of seedlings and inputs, plantation, weeding, fertilization, weeding, then harvest, then processing. That's your model. Now, your capital equipment. I mentioned you need tractor, but because it's loan, they will not approve tractor because of the capital, huge capital requirement. So, but your knapsack sprayer is capital equipment. Your pumping machine is capital equipment. Are you going to do irrigation system? All the pipings, all the equipment needed for irrigation on your farm, they are capital equipment. The cutlasses, they are capital equipment. So, but then for your processing, since you are into plantation, right? So we say you're going to processing. For processing, we have the slicing machine, we have the parboiling machine, we have the grinder, we have the miller, we have the packaging machine, we have the digital weighing machine. So those are your capital equipment for your business. Madam, you are good to go. There's no point to be alarmed. Okay, and then we here to guide you as well. Then finally, on the WhatsApp chat, as UBK, okay, Ozondu said, thank you. Then as UBK Michael says, dear Mr. Matthew, I can see that you are a guru. Can you hear that? In this AGSMEIS loan process, I respond so much confidence on your guidance and cooperation to get this loan to start my business. I believe in the words of Mr. Bello to think big, start small. God bless you. God bless you all. Together, we will attain our objective for this program. God bless you. Bye.